speed. And good morning, softball fans, and welcome out to another beautiful day of softball here. We are in day two of the Glenbrook Apache softball tournament brought to you by Yellow Jacket Oilfield Services. I am Doug Am with 446 Sports alongside of Nick Morrow, and we are bringing you day two action, game one. If these two games are anything like those thrillers that we had last night, my goodness. But thank the folks at Yellow Jacket Oilfield Services for all your wireline and fishing needs. It's Yellow Jacket Oilfield Services. Also that is there is Sunderland Chiropractic. Great work to those folks, too. This tournament is brought to you in part by Sunderland Chiropractic, Minden's only full-time chiropractic clinic. Conveniently located on Fleming Lane right here in Minden, Louisiana. We treat neck pain, back pain, sports injuries, and more. Sunderland Chiropractic, proud supporter of Glenbrook softball, and they say, go Apaches. JTO Minerals Oilfield Consulting. Thank you to JTO for jumping on board and being a part of this. Store Services, we told you last night, they build, maintain, and sustain. When your building systems matter, you call the team that shows up ready. At Store Services, we specialize in commercial and industrial HVAC, plumbing, and building automation. From complex installs to emergency service and ongoing maintenance, we keep your facilities running efficiently, safely, and without interruption. Our highly trained technicians ensure every job is done right the first time because downtime isn't an option. Store Services, built on expertise, driven by excellence, trusted to perform. And also our friends at the Waverly Agency for being a part of the Wimberley. Oh, gosh, I'm going to get run out of here on day one. Wimberley Agency. I just can't see the scoreboard, and the WA got me on there, but the Wimberley Agency, we appreciate those folks and their longtime support of Glenbrook and softball and what goes on there. Stayed at the Villas last night. Tremendous place. Beautiful. If you've not been there, go by and check that out as well. But I am Doug Gann here to bring you softball action all day long. We were hoping that the hospitality would be awesome. It has been through the roof with that. You folks here in Minden, that we met a lot of you back at the World Series back in July of this year, have been great. I know I'm looking for a great day of softball. Nick, are you looking for a great day of softball? Yes, sir. He says, look, you'll hear me talk about Nick throughout the day. Nick is the one that's on this camera. Move the camera side to side, Nick, so they know who you are. That's Nick. There you go. Just so you're wondering, the man that's running that camera is Nick Morrow, student at Louisiana Christian University, big helper of ours. And down somewhere on the field is Zoe. But let's turn it over right now to the public address announcer, and they'll get ready to get going today.
Followed by prayer and national anthem. First, we'll do the starting lineup for the Red River Lake Bulldogs. Moving on for the Bulldogs, shortstop number 4, Ashley Purcell. Batting second, the catcher number 7, Kylie Hester. Batting third, the pitcher number 3, Maddie Baxley. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 12, Hope Williamson. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 18, Remedy Boudreaux. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 16, Darcy Bohannon. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 9, Kiasha Clark. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 13, Gracie Stevens. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 15, Destiny Bohannon. And now, on your feet for your Glenbrook Lady Apaches. Leading off the shortstop, number 13, Gabby Brown. Batting second, the second baseman, 00, Ellie Earnhardt. Batting third, the left fielder, number 20, Gracie Hood. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 14, A.G. Viney. right fifth, the catcher, number 16, Allie Sutton. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 3, Kinsey Smith. Designated hitter for the pitcher tonight, number 9, Savannah Mangum. Savannah is batting for our pitcher tonight, number 11, Cullen Chandler. Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 33, Addison Chandler. And batting ninth, the third baseman, number 98, Chloe Gregg. Please welcome the rest of the Lady Apaches to the field. At this time, if you'll please stand with me. Gentlemen, you want to remove your caps, we'll have a prayer followed by our national anthem. Please bow your heads. Lord, thank you so much for this beautiful morning, Lord. Thank you for this beautiful sport of softball. Lord, thank you for every player out here that's worked hard to get to this point, every parent that's supported them along the way. Lord, we appreciate the opportunity to safely get here today. Lord, we pray for the safety of every player, coach, athlete, everyone, all the umpires here today, and in the fans. Lord, we pray for safety for everyone and safety on the way home today. And a great day of this tournament, Lord, to keep everyone safe throughout the day and evening. Lord, thank you for everything that you do for us and give to us, and thank you so much for sending your son to die for our sins. It's in your name, pray. Amen.
And there you have. Let's get that turned back down. Y'all don't want to hear me as loud as the anthem was. Again, I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports, and just man, we are delighted to have you here. We'll look at that lineup once again. Leading off is going to be shortstop Gabby Brown. Ellie Earnhardt will be at second base. Gracie Hurd over in left field. Vining at first base. A.G. Vining. Hallie Sutton, the hero of last night with that big home run late. She was our LV5K player of the game last night for her work behind the dish and that big home run in the sixth that gave them the lead. Kinsey Smith will play in right field. Savannah Mangrum, M-A-N-G-R-U-M, is a designated player today. She pitched 7 innings last night, and expect her to go a little bit more today, but not in this one. In center field, Addison Chandler, C-H-A-N-L-E-R, no D in there, Chandler. At third base, number 98, Chloe Gregg. And the flex today is the pitcher, Cullen Chandler, C-H-A-N-L-E-R. Again, K-U-L-L-Y-N, Chandler. Cullen Chandler is there. Eddie Ramsey and Savannah. Look at the name on that young lady, O-J-L-E-R, maybe? Osler, number 13. We'll take a look. So a short bench in here today. Throwdown is there from Sutton and getting ready to go. Lineup today for this Red River team, Ashley Procell will lead off and play shortstop. Behind the dish is Kylie Hester. Maddie Baxley in the circle. Hope Williamson there at first base. Remedy Boudreaux is in left. Darcy Bohannon in center. Keisha Clark is at third. Gracie Stevens in right field. And Destiny Bohannon is at second base. First pitch was slated for 10 a.m. And here we go. A big day of softball for you on 446. And it is promptly lined right up the middle. First base hit. First pitch and first base runner for Red River, and that's how things get started here. Take a look in at our Yellow Jacket Oil Field Services center field cam. How you like that? They stepped up. There you go. Base runner on first. That was quickly up and in there. Good piece of hitting. She was there looking fastball and got it, did Ashley Procell. Kylie Hester will step to the plate now. One slips away from the catcher, but nothing doing there. And so first base hit there quickly 2-0. Now back-to-back base hits. That one is knocked into left field, gathered in there and brought in, and quickly Red River has some business going here in the top of the first with back-to-back base hits by Procell and Hester. And some business generating here off of Chandler early this morning. That's going to bring Baxley to the plate. That one misses. So she's thrown 5 pitches, 3 out of the zone, 2 in the zone, and the 2 that have been in the zone have been base hits. That one was thrown before Baxley was ready, but still misses out of the zone. Kind of a very quick pitch. Sneaking in over there at right field a little bit is Vining, or in first base is Vining. That one misses outside as well, and it's 3-0, and you're a pitch away from the bases being loaded here. That one misses low, and expect Coach Tyler Cox to maybe come out and visit with them. Of course, you see your shortstop, Gabby Brown. She's a senior leader, come in, and that entire infield will work their way over. And you could tell the sign of a good team when Coach doesn't have to go out there, that the team is able to go out and just do it themselves. Home plate will make their way out and speed things up just a little bit. But you've got the dangerous Williams coming to the plate. That is Hope Williamson, the first baseman. Hope looking to do some damage early here. Sacks packed. Procell at third, Hester at second, and Baxley at first. And that is the first non-hit strike of the morning thrown by Chandler. Rocks back and fires that one, and it misses by one. Couple of games on for you on 446 right now. You've got Alexandria and Jesuit that are playing. That one lifted high, going to camp out in left field and come up and get it. There'll be no tag. That one was hit not short, but needless to say, not where it could score anyone. So one down here in the first, and Chandler will try to pitch around this bases loaded jam in the first. That is going to get Remedy Boudreaux, the left fielder, into the box. Infield still in, wanting to cut off anything there they can coming into the plate, and that is a ball and a strike now to Boudreaux. Still have time to make it out if you're anywhere around Minden. Beautiful day out here. Come out to Glenbrook and watch a lot of great softball. Chandler delivers this one. It is fouled back, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is where you start to learn some things, and Coach Tyler Cox will call timeout now and make his way out. And I think he may see something because he didn't come out when they had that bit that called in. She's thrown a couple of good pitches, and now he is making his way out to talk about it. Something, and that's generally when you see that a play is going on or something is happening. Just a little bit of tweak or a reminder. He's not really talking. He's more talking to his catcher and first base, I think, than anybody else in this. So we'll get an idea what they're putting on. And again, home plate will come out to kind of speed things up a little bit. Game 1, day 2 of the Apache softball tournament here in 2026. A lot of great softball. Man, we invite you to follow our 446 Sports page. You'll keep up with everything that goes on. I don't know all of the updates that we'll have today, but we'll certainly get them out, pumped out for you tomorrow and catch up on the week. And we'll go live Monday with a review of the week. Change-up misses, and that throw down to first, and I think that's what they were working on, that she had drifted off a little bit, and they wanted to try to catch Baxley, but down on strikes goes Boudreaux, and that is the second out of the inning. And so after loading the bases, now it's a Darcy Bohannon opportunity to keep things going, and she promptly puts that one into center field. 1 run is going to score, and they'll hold it there. So station to station they go. Snap throw back down to third. In time, got her at third base. And the umpire over here, the home plate umpire is calling her out. Home plate is calling her there, and that's going to be bad. She called it out right away, and that is going to do it. But the first run does come across and score, and that will do it. And they came out and took charge on that one. 1 run did come across, though. It is 1-0. That first run scored, but drifting a little bit off of third base. We'll see it due up in the bottom of the first. Gabby Brown, Ellie Earnhardt, and Gracie Hurd when we come back. And Dynamite brings Gabby Brown to the plate in this one. You get a good look at Gabby there. She is a hard-hitting senior shortstop. Didn't have a great night at the plate last night, and you know she's poised and ready to get this thing started. Here's the first pitch into Gabby, and she smokes it to left field. And how about that, getting things started? Gabby Brown with a base hit to lead things off. So 1 pitch in the top of the first and a base hit, 1 pitch in the bottom of the first now and a base hit, and that's going to send Ellie Earnhardt, the second baseman. Boy, she plays this game with a lot of fire. We were able to follow along, but when you see the way she plays and you see it in real speed, well, that's nice. That one misses off the plate and a snap throw down to first, but nothing doing. That one ground to third base. The only play is Earnhardt. Look at Gabby hustle around the bases all the way to third. She goes from first to third on an infield hit to the pitcher. Are you kidding me? That is the first out, but that gets Gabby all the way over to third base, and Gracie Hurd, the left fielder. We heard Gracie make some plays, but they were made over there behind where that one. They were made over there behind that dugout in foul territory, and we couldn't really see everything from over there. You can tell as you look inside at how windy it is here early on, and the camera wobbling just a bit up and out of the zone, evens the count of a ball and a strike. Lady Apache's looking to get something going here in the bottom of the first. That one nubbed back foul, and 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out. Boy, I am just still amazed at the way Gabby never checked up. She knew she was going to third base, and they didn't have an opportunity for very aggressive base running. So expect anything in the dirt off the plate, she's going to come home. That one ground over to second base, and certainly know that going to come around to score. The out is made, but you see Gabby come around, and that is the equalizing run. One run apiece here now as we play in the bottom of the first, but that is going to bring up A.G. Vining. Vining, the first baseman. She takes that for strikes. I think she gets on base here, and Sutton creates another home run. How would you like it to see Hallie Sutton go back-to-back? One to end the game and one to start the game. Swung a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful changeup right there that is thrown. I'm telling you, I've been impressed with the ability to change speeds that we have seen from Baxley. Maddie Baxley has thrown that fastball. She's moved the ball inside and out, and she's able to pull the string when she needs to, and she's ahead of Vining. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Baxley rocks back, fires this one. That is a nubber over to second base. It's going to be just scoot into the outfield. And, man, it was just that point that you couldn't quite get to it. Looked good. Bohannon tried to get over to it, but was unable to. And that will bring Hallie Sutton, the catcher. She'll take off the shin guards and work her way up to the plate. There are 2 out here in the bottom. And did we say that Vining was going to get on and that Sutton was going to hit another home run? Surely we didn't say that a minute ago. Baxley rocks back and fires this one. Not going to do it, but that is ground up to center field. And they were trying to bring Vining to third base, but she wasn't going, and Kenzie Smith, the right fielder, will stride in. Runners at first and second. Looking for a little 2-out magic here are the Lady Apaches. Red River trying to shut it down right where it is. There you get a good look in from our Yellow Jacket Oilfield Services center field camera, and you're going to get a courtesy runner that comes in for the catcher, Sutton. And that is Addie Ramsey. So Addie Ramsey is now running at first base. You get a good look at her on your screen there. Just checked in. Runners at first and second. Well, just getting going. We've got a big day of it. Games at 10, noon, 2, 4, 6, and 8. So 6 games on tap for you. 6 LV5K players of the game. Baxley delivers this one. Ground ball back to her. Should be able to get out of the inning, and does. The toss over to first. And Hope Williamson is able to secure it there. And we go to the top of the second. Exciting first inning there. Each team plates a run. They leave a couple of base runners on there. We move to the top of the second. Back to work here in the top of the second we go. That one smoked down the line and going a long way, but foul. Goodness gracious, got out and got a hold of that one. And that's how you want to come up and do it, leading off for Red River. And they swing the bat well. This is Keisha Clark, the third baseman, and she just pounded that first Chandler fastball. There's a changeup over to third base. It's going to be gloved there, and across the diamond it goes. Chloe Gregg, number 98, with the toss across to Vining for out number one. So after that long strike, that's out number one. That one itself is lifted out. Center field drifting over the head, and that's that wind that was pushing it back and pushing it back, but Addison Chandler was able to get that one, and they get the ball back into the infield now. So an interesting couple of first pitch swinging. They were hard hit balls, but they both result in outs. And so that's very efficient pitching by Cullen Chandler, and you'll certainly take that. Rolls that one up, and it's ball one. That's the exact kind of inning you'll tell you. Fly balls, you got to be careful with fly balls because that wind is blowing out to center field. I don't think it's blowing and gusting nearly as much because it doesn't wreak as much havoc on our camera. That one is in there for strike one. What a beautiful day to be at the ballpark. Over our right shoulder is the baseball field. It's inactive today because it's all softball. This one rolls in here. 2 balls and a strike. But I tell you, as you drive back through the neighborhood to get back to Glenbrook School, it's just some big things going on. We're close to the little airport that's over the woods. That was that beacon that was shining last night, and you'll see that the later we get today. Ground ball nubbed off to the side. Chandler's going to grab it. 3 up, 3 down for Red River in the top of the second. Good, efficient inning there out of Cullen Chandler. And we will see Mangrum, Chandler, and Gregg. It's 7, 8, 9 due up in the bottom of the second when we come back. Savannah Mangrum leads off. She will get going here. Misses ball one. And, boy, she pitched a gutsy game last night. Ends up getting the win, and that one going 7 strong. Swings through that changeup. And if one thing Baxley has had that off speed. She's able to really mix things up. You get a good look in from center field as Baxley fires away to Mangrum, and that one is stroked down the line and foul, and 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Baxley doing a good job. You know, we've seen in the play that we had last night that this Apache team can hit the fastball. Baxley has mixed things up. I'm very pleased with the work of Maddie Baxley through an inning and through the first inning. She's going to the leadoff hitting Mangrum in this inning. That one up and away, and that's what you have to do is keep these hitters off balance. That one smoked out to center field, but waiting for it out there is Darcy Bohannon. But she drops that one, and hustling into second base is going to be Mangrum, who is there and on with an error to center field. But it gets a runner on, and that will bring Addison Chandler. Chandler, the center fielder here for Coach Tyler Cox. That one over to second base is going to be gloved. They'll turn and look, and that does it. So that's that off-speed pitch that tails away from the batter, and you try to just make contact with it. And I think Coach Tyler Cox is going to tell him, say, hey, look, let's lay off of those, especially the first pitch, and get after one that you want. That's that pitch that's taken, and I don't mind them taking that pitch, first pitch, especially if it's not the one that you want. This is Chloe Gregg. Gregg wears number 98 and bats third. That one bounces to the inside, and a throw down to third gets away, and that'll drive you crazy as a coach. You throw to an unattended base thinking that somebody's going, and Mangrum wasn't going. Ball goes into the outfield, and now Mangrum does make her way over to third base. So in scoring position again, and now things happening. Ground ball there, or foul ball, and anything from Gregg on the ground is going to score Savannah. We certainly believe that. One ball and two strikes. Now even the count up at 2-2. Runner at third, an opportunity for this Lady Apache team to take the lead. Trailed 1-0 off of that one-run first inning. Tied it up in the bottom of the first. There's that changeup, and it is lifted out into right field. Certainly going to score the run, tagging there and coming in. So give a sac fly to Chloe Gregg, and that'll get us back to the top of the lineup in the hard-hitting Gabby Brown. That's going to get through there. And Gabby's got herself a 2-for-2 day. Gabby scored. They were in boy. The top of this lineup just continues to pound away. Gabby, you know, is going to come all the way around. Ellie Earnhardt hustling her way in with an RBI triple, and there's no way that Gabby wasn't going to score there. And no diggity brings Gracie Hurd to the plate here, the left fielder. And a couple of runs across here in this one, and it is 3-1. That one just off the top of the zone, and it's going to be a walk for Gracie Hurd, and A.G. Vining will make her way in. That one up is going to get hurried down to second base, and AG will look to keep things going here. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Runners at second and third now. There you get a great look in at it. That one outer half of the plate, and it's in there for the strike. So 3-1. That one also in there for a strike, and so good work on the outside corner. And going to steal home on the throwback was Ellie Earnhardt coming in. My goodness. This speed is just Coach Tyler Cox is not letting anything go away. That one's lifted way out. Back to the right fielder. She goes over, and it's unable to get that one in right field. 1 run comes around to score, but hustling into third and going to stop right there is Vining. And the hits just keep on coming here. And Hallie Sutton, the catcher, will step in. Takes that one inside. And whatever was going on there is certainly taken care of, because this Apache team is just hammering the softball here in the second inning. I think that first inning they were off a little bit from the change of pace. Up and out of the zone, ball 2. Not wanting to give Sutton anything. Boy, the aggressive base running has been crazy in this one. And that is a 4-pitch walk, and will get Sutton down to first. They'll get a runner in for her. Last time it was Ramsey that came in and ran. And it is again Addie Ramsey will make her way in. Sutton will come back in, get the gear on, get a high five from the fans, and from the crowd, from her teammates. She's not getting one from the fans or the crowd right now. Goodness gracious. It's early morning. Bear with us. Baxley rocks back and fires this one, and Ramsey will hustle down to second base now. I'm looking back at the scoreboard. That one is hammered there, and it's going to get off the arm. They're going to send both runners in, and throw comes into home. I think that's the throw you want to go to second base to try to keep that, but the 2-out magic is happening. And going to score that an error there, 2 base. I don't know that she would have got Kenzie Smith there as Smith hustles down the line. Needless to say, give 2 RBI to Smith, and Savannah Mangrum will step in, and she promptly puts that one out into left field. Another run is going to come across, and that is now 7 runs in the bottom of this inning. And as I told you earlier, I was looking back at the scoreboard. That run that they said earlier didn't count. They called the play dead at the end of it. I don't know if it was obstruction or what the call was, but that stopped everything. So they took the run off the board for Red River and did not score it. So it's 8-0 here in the bottom of the second, as they go and visit out in the circle. We'll take a look at it with them. Another one out there that is lifted out. Chandler's got that one. Continuing to come around. That's going to be a solid triple from Addison Chandler. And, Coach Tyler thought about sending around and didn't do it. and they have found their stroke in this one. That one bounces down low. Boy, what a second inning this has been. 8 big runs have come across. And I'm looking through everybody but, boy, everybody getting into this. Gabby Brown 2 for 2 on the day. Smoked into center field and going to score the 10th run of the day. And Chloe Gregg gets another base hit, and stepping in is Gabby Brown. And, well, we've heard about the power of Gabby. 10 runs on 9 hits. Gabby watches that one go through for ball 1. All of this done with 2 outs. Brown, Earnhardt, Hurd back up the top of the lineup. That one comes in and clips Gabby. And, boy, she is so – when you see a batter that's disappointed that she gets hit, she wanted to swing the bat. And that's going to bring Ellie Earnhardt. Earnhardt with a single and RBI in this inning. Wouldn't surprise me to see a double steal working here. You've got a lot of speed on the bases. On its second base is Gregg, and she gets a long way off the plate, or off the base. That one misses. Take a look at what's coming up ahead of us today. Logansport and Airline. Logansport, Coach Creech and Logansport will be back. They'll take on a very tough Airline team. Then Parkway and Saline at 2 o'clock. Logansport and Saline at 4 o'clock. Evangel Natchitoches Central at 6. And Glenbrook and Evangel close things out tonight at 8 o'clock. That one there for the strike. That gives you an idea. Logansport and Airline coming up, so stay with us all day long. Over to shortstop. The throw is across the diamond in time, and that will retire the side, but not before 9 big runs are put up from this Apache team. They lead it 10-0 after the second. Be back for the third in just a bit. Back here getting ready for third inning action. We're brought to you by Yellow Jacket Oil Field Services. Yellow Jacket Oil Field Service for all your wireline and fishing needs. Check out Yellow Jacket Oil Field Services. Our friends at Sunderland Chiropractic, the Minden's only full-time chiropractic clinic, open Monday through Friday. JTO Minerals, they do oil field consulting. Store services, they build, maintain, and sustain. And then would be remiss if I didn't mention the Wimberley Agency. And I called them by the correct name this time. And it's an early morning out here. The hamburger smell is getting through here. We know that they've got the Blackstone fired up down there. And so all of those folks that joined in to help bring this to you today, big thanks to those guys. Leading off the top of the third is going to be Procell. She will step in. And Ashley Procell, the leadoff hitter in this one, will step in. That's the kind of cushion you like if you're Cullen Chandler. You were in a a scoreless game, then 1 run in the bottom of the first. And, boy, I hate that we had that run put up, but I guess they called obstruction out at second base is what the call was there. Up and out of the zone it goes. And let's clear off that Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard for you and let you know that it is the top of the third. Nice breeze blowing that keeps it kind of cool out at the ballpark. Our own Zoe Fitz Photography is out and about today. Make sure that if you're in the ballpark, that one misses low, ball 3. Boy, after an inning like that, you want to come back and don't mess around. Chandler had a great second inning. You got to come back and finish that off and get those bats back going again. That one is in there for strike 1. The 3-0 fastball down the pipe is there. We told you that Glenbrook has the first game and the last game. They'll play Evangel this evening at 8 o'clock. I asked Coach about that. I said, boy, isn't that something, splitting it up like that? He said, we're going to be here all day anyway. Yeah, I guess you are. Parents come out for this game, and then they'll be able to go and mill around on their normal Saturday and come back to the ballpark tonight for a good one. That one to second base. Gabby shields the sun and gathers that in. That sun, again, different from where it was last night, has not made its way quite onto the backside of the field. It's more coming up from the over where we're at. But that sure has our camera lit up from behind home plate. One down, Ashley Procell and Kylie Hester, the catcher, will step in. She watches that one go by for ball 1. Ground back foul off the foot. Really, it hit Hester as it was going back, and that's a stinger. But she looks like she'll shake it off and get back in there. That changeup doesn't quite get to where it needed to be. That one fouled back over here near that concession stand. So that blue roof that you see there is the concession stand. They've got blue roofs on everything. That Apache teal blue, I guess is what it is. And somewhere somebody's telling me that's not teal. But anyway, Hester is there at the plate. She had a base hit back in the first. She's 1 for 1. Takes that one off the plate. You get a good look in from center field there. Swung through that one and down on strikes and back-to-back after falling behind. Chandler able to come back in there and get the strike. And that's going to bring Baxley to the plate. So Chandler has been throwing the ball well. That first inning, I think she was just getting settled in. Baxley, no official at bat. She walked. Now, with that official at bat, she goes down the line with it. Hammers that one to the corner, and that will get her into second base with a stand-up 2-out double. Williamson will step in. So 2-out double from Baxley. And we'll see if Williamson can keep things going. That one fouled straight back. The Apaches did a lot of their damage with 2 out. They're going to try to prevent it here. That one misses to the outside, bounces around. Good job by Sutton to glove that and keep Baxley from advancing. Ball and a strike here. That one hit out to right. It's going to send a run in, and I tell you, this time it does score the run. So that is the first run of the game now for Red River. And that middle part of the lineup, 3-4-5 has or 2-3-4 actually. It was a strikeout victim was Boudreaux back in the second, but she's there for a reason. That one up high, ball one. Another one misses up and out of the zone. Well, it's hard to concentrate with that Blackstone being right under us and the hamburgers cooking on it. I've cooked many of them on my back deck with that in there for strike one. Saw a couple of great ones last night. Parkway and Evangel, really good games. They're checking to see if she came off and did, and that is an out over at first base. And so that's how it will end. Quick play over at first ends it. And that'll do it for the top of the third. Those big bats from Glenbrook about to go to work again when we come back at the bottom of the third. Let's take this opportunity, though, just to keep it right here, and we'll talk again some more about those sponsors that helped put this together. Of course, the Wimberley Agency for what they did. We stayed at go to MendenStays.com, and you can check out the places. The Villas is where we stayed. It was about 5 minutes from here, and a tremendous place. Store Services, they build, maintain, and sustain. When your building systems matter to you, and it should, shouldn't it? Call the team that shows up ready. At Store Services, we specialize in commercial and industrial HVAC, plumbing, and building automation. From complex installs to emergency service, ongoing maintenance, we keep your facilities running efficiently, safely, and without interruption. Our highly trained technicians ensure every job is done right the first time, because downtime, man, that's not an option. Store Services, built on expertise, driven by excellence, and trusted to perform. Our friends at JTO Minerals, they do the oil field consulting. Big part of what we are doing this weekend. Sunderland Chiropractic. Tournament, of course, brought to you in part by Sunderland Chiropractic, Menden's only full-time chiropractic clinic. Open Monday through Friday. You'll have to set your appointment up through the week. They are conveniently located on Fleming Lane right here in Menden, Louisiana. Treat neck pain, back pain, sports injuries, and more. Sunderland Chiropractic, proud supporter of Glenbrook softball. Go Apaches. And, of course, Yellow Jacket Oil Field Services. And back we go to the bottom of the third. This is going to be Gracie Hurd. Trying to get this inning started the same way as the last inning and fouls that one off. Again, you've got to kind of let that ball travel in on you. Travel it does. It travels out into right field, and that is a leadoff single. Hurd now 1 for 2. She has an RBI. She walked back in the first, an RBI and a run scored. And A.G. Vining, who is 2 for 2 on the afternoon, will step in. Not sure what Coach Tyler is out discussing, but they'll go over and talk to the Red River team, letting them know that Savannah is going to bat here, and so we'll get the actual last name for that young lady, Oglee. Boy, I'm going to have to get Coach, because that's not what it looks like written down. Savannah, Oglee. Oglee. We'll go with Savannah on this. The last thing I want to do is butcher some names. So Savannah will step in and bat here. And she promptly puts that one out to center field. It's been trouble out there today, but the catch is made. A good piece of hitting there by Savannah. Unable to get that one to drop, but I'm telling you what, she went up there and really put a hack together on it. Smoked down the line from Sutton, and Savannah hit for Vining is what she did. Hallie was all over that inside off-speed pitch way out in front of it. And, you know, you hear that term, let it travel, and I hate to use that term. I guess you just have to adjust your timing more than that because hitting is so timing-based. Just to adjust that timing just a little bit up and out of the zone, and a quick stolen base by Hurd finds her at second base. 10-1, bottom of the third inning. That one poked over and out of play. Well, getting it, I don't think it was ever put back into play, so they can't run. They're going to send that runner back to second base because the ball was never put in play. They gave the ball to the catcher. The catcher threw it back to the pitcher, and it went out to the shortstop area, but it had never been put back into play from that foul ball, so no advance was possible. Up and out of the zone, 2 balls and a strike. Stayed back on that one pretty well. It's going to be a ground ball over to third. It bobbles around, picked up. And the out is made. So Sutton's going to be out at first, and that will bring Kenzie Smith back in. Smith is 1 for 2 with 2 RBI in that big second inning that they had, but now there are 2 down. Bounces inside for ball 1. That one taken on the outer half. Smoked down right field. Giving chase, unable to get there. And, boy, you're going to watch Kenzie Smith run. She is fast as lightning. Gets in there for a triple, and they're thinking about sending her. They hold it as they did get the ball back in. But a tremendous triple there for Kenzie Smith, the right fielder. She is now 2 for 3 with 3 RBI. Look back at Kenzie from last night. What did she do? She was 1 for 1 with a couple of walks. Just speedy. Scored 2 runs last night as well. So she is having herself a pretty good tournament early on. And Chandler is going to come in and bat, so they will kill the designated player. Boy, I hate to say it like that. Anyway, Mangrum will be out of the lineup, and they're going to let Chandler come in and hit for herself. Grounds that one to the left side. They're 11-1 in this one. Oh, she smokes that one down towards left field, bouncing around, and she is off and heading for second, and she's going to be in there with an RBI single, give her second on the bobble. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. 12-1. They lead this one. And it looks like Addie Ramsey will come in and bat now herself. She'll replace Chandler in center field in the lineup. Go around, carry the one, and, yeah, that's got tremendous job of Coach Tyler Cox of going in there and getting these players in and some quality at-bats here in this game early on, and that does empty the bench now, if you will, for Coach Cox. 12 players in the lineup today. That one just off the plate, ball one. 12-1 lead in this one. Ground ball over to third, going to be gathered in across the diamond and in time for the out, and that will retire the side. But another couple of runs picked up by this hard-hitting Apache team. 12-1. We move to the top of the fourth. Cullen Chandler back out for her fourth inning of work here. And Boudreaux is going to lead things off. Boudreaux 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the second inning. We play here in the top of the fourth. Swing and a miss there, strike one. Red River, a couple of games today. Saline will be in for a couple today. Natchitoches Central will be back in this evening. Airline is coming. They're, as a matter of fact, playing next with Parkway. That one bounces and rolls off for ball one. Well, what a beautiful day here at the ballpark. Don't forget, we will be giving away our LV5K Player of the Game all throughout the day today. That one ground over. Also, we'll have pictures up of our day. You'll find that gallery at Zoe Fitz Photography. She'll have that posted on there. She takes amazing, amazing shots, and you'll want to make sure that you get you some of those photos. Don't screenshot them. She does this, and she does charge a little bit for the pictures, but I think it's $5 a picture, $30 for the full download. Man, download all of them, and you'll have memories forever. But all of that will get posted up later. Young lady at Northwestern State University working her way through college. Ground ball back to Chandler, and she'll flip over to first base in time for the out there. And that's out number one. Bohannon steps in, swings through that one, fouls it straight back to the backstop. 0-1. Looking up and down for some of those candidates, man, there are a lot of them. Smith has had herself a great day. Kenzie Smith, 2 for 3 with 3 RBI. A.G. Vining, 2 for 2 on the day. Mangrum, the only one without a base hit today, and boy, isn't that something. She scored a couple of runs, though. Reached on errors both times. That one bounces and it hits. It hits Bohannon. She'll end up down to first base on that hit by pitch. And excited, she's happy, and that's just what you love. It's a 12-1 game, and she's fired up about it. And that's what you love about this sport. Asia Clark will hit here. Fouls that one back. 0-1. One out here, and Sutton is going to go. Well, look at the size difference out there. You look in, and Sutton goes out there and clearly about a foot taller than the younger Cullen Chandler. But my goodness, just going out there and getting that wisdom from the senior catcher. Set to work here, 0-1 to Clark. Swung through that one. A snap throw down to first. Got her. Yeah, just kind of loafing back to first base and not ready. But Sutton, and maybe that's what Sutton told her when she went out there. She said, look, throw it to me and I'm going to get her at first base for you. But, boy, the senior, she was our LV 5K player of the game last night, and that one is fouled back, 0-2. I told you, I'm very impressed with the play of Sutton behind the dish. Of course, she had the big home run last night. That one, third base and gloved there, and 3 up, 3 down indirectly. That pickoff of first base did it. We move to the bottom of the 4th in this one. Again, there is a 15-run rule in effect, so they could end up getting 4 runs out of this and putting it away, or hold here, go back in the top of the 5th and do it. A lot of softball to play in there. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th when we come back. Chloe Gregg will get things started here for the Glenbrook Apache. 9-1-2 in this one. So it is Gregg, Brown, and Earnhardt due up in this one. And they'll be looking to punch 4 across right here and end this thing. That one taken. And look, that's nothing more than you're wanting to save pitching. Anytime that you're able to do that and close a game out, you certainly want to go in there and try to do it. Oh, off the look, you don't want to laugh at any time one that gets hit in the head, but she stands there and you could tell that it didn't really hurt her, but it twisted her head, it twisted her helmet around, and I just thought that was kind of cute. Back to the top of the order, and Gabby Brown. Gabby was hit by a pitch her last at-bat and was not happy about it at all. Not in an ugly way by any means, as there's a stolen base down. And you see that they're not trying to run anything up. They're just going to try to get this game ended. But Gabby Brown was up and she was hit, and it's not out of frustration towards the pitcher. It's just that she wanted to hit. That one inside. And you see now that subtle move by Brown not to move, and that forced the catcher to move around to take a look at Gregg there. As a hitter, you stand your ground and don't move out of that box. That box is yours. Don't get out of the way, because if she backed up into the catcher's way, that's obstruction. That one down low. Two balls and a strike here to Hard-hitting senior shortstop Gabby Brown. That one up and in, and is going to miss at 3 balls and 1 strike. And Baxley, in her 4th inning of work, has given up 12 runs. Only 3 have been earned. There's Gabby that pounded that one way back, and it is up and over the foul pole. And they're calling it a foul, and you gotta be kidding me. That was, goodness, it went high and up and above and just flat punished it. I mean, that probably hit the woods in the air back there, and that's a good distance behind. That shows you the power of Gabby Brown. And Coach Tyler Cox is going to come out and talk about it, but I'm telling you, that was an absolute moonshot that she hit. And yes, it was close, but my goodness, you could see the yellow clear the foul pole on there. But my goodness, we heard about the power of the super shortstop, but wow. That one up and out of the zone, and we're not going to get to see her hit again. Runners will be at first and second. I think Nick was even amazed with that. And they're going and digging. Look how far in the woods, Nick. If you could find out where they're looking, zoom in where they found that ball across the road. That was so deep in the woods. You need that crime TV channel to do forensics back there finding that thing. My goodness, it was buried deep in the woods. This is going to bring Earnhardt to the plate with runners at first and second. That one misses away. Gracie Hurd would be next. That one promptly put out into right, so it's going to get to the fence, and that will clear 2 runners off of the bases. And running through the stop sign will come into third is Earnhardt. And there's too many jokes you can make about the way Earnhardt raced around the bases, and I'm not going to make any of them. But that does bring into, I guess that counts as one, doesn't it, by saying I'm not going to. But, yeah, no, it's early in this one. Second base on a line by Hurd, and quickly they got that going. 14-1. Couple of options in this is the way that it plays out. 15-run lead would end it here, or if it stays here and Glenbrook doesn't get any more runs, then they could go to the top of the 5th and hold and be done after 10. That one misses outside. Curveball drifts inside, 2 balls and no strikes. This is A.G. Vining back into the lineup. She was pinch hit for her last at-bat, but back in there, watches that one bounce up. And Sutton waits on deck. Runner at third is Earnhardt. That one in there for the strike. And I don't think they found the softball yet. They're still back and looking for it. That will send AG down, and we'll see if she's off and going, which we believe she will be. Hallie Sutton will come in, and Hallie represents actually the game winners over at first there. And now second base as AG makes her way down. So this one, first inning, it was close, but it was blown open by that 10-run second inning. 9-run second inning made it 10-0. That one is hammered deep and way back, and it is gone. Ball game ending home run there. And Sutton continues to hammer the softball. That is a 3-run shot. Count them all. at 17-1, and that will be your ball game in this one. 15-run rule is in effect here in the bottom of the fourth, and a cannon shot. And that one, there was no doubt about it. They said, look, don't let the foul pole come into play. Look out there at where they're still looking, Nick. Zoom in as far as you can out there, and that's where folks are looking for that ball that was hit by Gabby. That's a long way. You almost need a trailhead to get you out where they're looking. That's going to wrap this one up. It is, let's see who we have next for you on this one. Look at some of our players of the game. Gabby Brown was 2 for 2. Earnhardt was 2 for 4 with 3 RBI. Hurd was 1 for 3. Vining was 2 for 2. Sutton was 2 for 3, had that big home run there that ended it, 3 RBI, and she's going to love when we come to town. Kenzie Smith, 2 for 3, 3 RBI. Anybody really has an opportunity for this one, but stay tuned and we will let you know. That is going to be the final in this one. 17-1, Glenbrook rolls in this one with a big walk-off 3-run home run. That'll do it, and we'll see you up for your next game. Make sure that you follow and subscribe.